guys, this is Pikmin Master. Welcome to another Tops episode. I have so many ideas I want to do for Tops, but I just do this one because, hey, it's an idea I have for Pokken Tournament, since apparently that's a release date, finally. Because it's going to come out on March 18th for US and Europe, that's cool. And then there's a new fight of Chandelure, which pissed me off, because here I thought that Chandelure wasn't going to be in Pokken Tournament because it's one of those Pokemon that shows up in the background. So I said, you know what? Screw the rules. I'm going to do characters I want Pokken Tournament. And hey, I got co-narrators. And by that I mean the plural. So, introduce yourselves.
Hey, what's everyone? This is Dom12.
Hi guys, I'm Rika11-211. You can catch me on YouTube or usually on stream.
Alright then. So the idea here is... Okay, so here's how I'm going to do this. So Kyrie, you're going to do your number 5. And then Kevin's going to do his number 5, then do my number 5, and your number 4, etc.
Okay.
Okay, now, before we actually start this list, now, I made sure that all of us, made, a top 10 in case that we have, any overlapping Pokemon. And we do, so I'm going to talk about them separately. And by separate, I mean right now. So it's funny because, when I did my list, it turns out that both of your lists actually have enough overlap with mine that I only have 5 left. So
yes.
So let's start this thing. So let's start with Gallade. So Kyrie, that's kind of your choice too, that you wanted Gallade for Pokken Tournament.
Yeah.
So
my thought on that is because we have Gardevoir, but I figured with Gallade, then you could have a choice between the two Pokemon.
Yeah. And for me, well, Gallade was second favorite Pokemon. Gardevoir with swords.
Yeah, I think Gallade would play really different as well.
Yeah, he would.
So.
Oh, and just so you know, kind of a slight spoiler-y thing that Gallade's actually not the only sword-like Pokemon I would put on this list. So you know. Okay, so next up is Lopunny. I guess Kyrie's your thing too.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was, again, just the thought of everyone's favorite bunny Pokemon. It is part fighting type too when it Mega Evolves, I believe.
Yeah.
Am I right on that? So,
yes.
Okay, see. So, you have this normal fighting type that, well, could kick ass.
Yeah, and for me, okay, so my reasoning is kind of not cool, but I had to mention it. So let me get this straight. So you get some of those popular Pokemon for one reason or another, like Gardevoir, Lucario, and we got Braixen now. We got some of the most Rule 34 Pokemon in the entire series. Why not add another?
Yeah.
Yeah. And plus I freaking love Lopunny, so outside of that reasoning.
I mean, Lopunny wasn't in my list, but now that Kyrie was talking about it, it kind of makes sense actually.
Yeah.
So, it really would
cool,
with it.
Actually.
Yeah, it really would with its hopping around.
Yeah,
and,
hopping around, and you probably use ears for attacking. I don't know.
Probably punching. Yeah, with his ears and arms.
Yeah, it would work.
Yep.
Okay, next up is Tyrantrum.
Was not on my list either.
Okay, so my reasoning for Tyrantrum is, who doesn't want to play as a freaking T-Rex? I'm a motherfucking T-Rex!
That I agree on that, and it would probably fight its opponents like Wario from Smash Brothers.
Yeah, lots of biting
that's
around.
Kind of the yeah.
Yeah, lots of biting around.
I mean, it could definitely headbutt them out of the stadium and everything too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to pick Tyrantrum because I thought someone could do the job better, which is probably also on this list later on, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't want to put him in the top 10. But he is a good choice, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, next up is Scizor. Kevin, that's your choice along with mine.
That is my choice.
Okay.
Well, we don't have enough second gen Pokemon. I mean, what do we have? Suicune, that's it, I think.
Yep.
That's it.
So, and I think Scizor would just work really well.
Yeah, I mean, I think Scizor will work very well. I mean, Scizor.
I don't think
Scizor is still a popular Pokemon. It's still very popular.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Plus, there's a Mega, of
And-
course.
Yeah, that's what
Some of its moves too. It'll probably end up using like Bullet Punch, that kind of stuff
Yeah,
as
with
well.
bullet punch
Yeah.
and X scissors, like that sort of thing.
Plus, I don't think we have a bug type yet, do we?
Yeah, no, you don't have a bug type.
No, it's not that
no,
yet.
I checked. Heck,
So-
I put my number 5 character Spartus is a bug type, just
Yeah.
because you don't have any bug types in there. Okay,
Exactly.
and lastly, one a surprise. Oh, hey, Anna's is here.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
Hi, Andres.
I made it.
You made it. We were just about to talk about a Pokemon in Pokken Tournament that me, Kyrie, and Kevin all want. And
Yep.
I'm looking at your list now. It doesn't even have it there. It's Tyranitar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so my
Mega
reason for
Tyranitar.
Tyranitar. Hold on. I want to read the Tyranitar. Who doesn't want to play as a kaiju? He's the most kaiju Pokemon there is. I mean, it's the closest thing you have to play as Godzilla. You know,
Exactly. That's
Exactly.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
And that
I mean, yeah,
is
God-
Mega Evolution as well.
yeah, I got a Mega Evolution too. I
That's-
mean,
That is the
Godzilla.
second Pokemon.
Oh,
Oh, you
It's also second gen, yeah, and
That's
it's
second gen,
very
yeah.
popular as too. So
Yep.
So Andres, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna order which one are top 5.
yeah,
So we're gonna order by which 5 you wanted. So do,
okay,
so do you
now
have-
it's
do you
time
have an-
for order.
so do you have an idea of what your top 5 is?
just
me,
think about it
I
and
would
let Kyrie do it first.
All right.
And I'm gonna think
Okay,
about
yeah.
it.
So while I get your top 5 ready out of what you have here, let's go start with Kyrie. So Kyrie, your 5.
Probably Aurorus. Because I mean, if we have Tyrantrum in there, then Aurorus wouldn't really make a good choice into it.
I mean, personally, I love Aurorus. So
I do too. It's
Okay.
definitely one of my
I don't
favorite.
see, I don't see that.
Pokemon.
If Tyrantrum makes it in, I don't see that
Yeah.
stopping Auroras from getting in. Honestly, so it
Yeah.
could happen.
Anything.
Though I think there's a very low chance.
yeah, I mean, like,
Even
yeah.
lower than
Anything.
Bryx and Wes.
I mean, if Braixen
Okay.
and Chandelure of all Pokemon can make it in, why not freaking Aurorus? Right?
True.
Heck, why not Amora?
Can I say-
All right,
okay,
then.
also, can I say something about it?
Go on.
About Auroras, just
Go ahead.
for making relevant?
Go ahead.
If they even include Tyrantrum, it won't even make it more likely because, they're supposed to be mirror fossil Pokemon, so I
That's
wouldn't
true.
throw it out of the window.
True. I mean, you don't have any fossil Pokemon playable. So,
Oh,
No,
yeah.
not yet.
not yet. We have our hopes.
Not yet. I mean, we could see Kabutops. We don't know
Oh,
yet.
dude, speaking of Kabutops, I actually put Kabutops in my top 10, but I decided against it. I was going to Kabutops somewhere around the top 10, but I decided against it. Because I have a lot of Pokemon with more slashy-based moves that could work better.
And not to mention, Garchomp already exists, and with its Mega, it's just
Yeah.
too similar to it.
Yeah. Okay, so Kevin, you're up.
Alright, so yeah, my list consists of a lot of 5th gen Pokemon because I don't think we have enough 5th gen Pokemon. I think we need some more.
Okay,
So number 5 is Terrakion because I don't know. I just think we need more legendaries as well.
I agree.
And
We also need more quadrupeds.
what?
Think about how many Pokemon do we have playable that can go on 4 legs? 1?
Well, there is
Exactly. We have
Suicune.
Suicune.
Exactly.
Technically Pikachu, but I don't know, that's a technicality.
Yeah, technicality. I'm gonna
My
do
bad.
I can do my 5 next, and if Andres wants to chime in doing his 5 or 4 at 8 point, you can do it.
Okay, let me try to say a number 5.
Go ahead.
Kevin will mention this later, but there's a certain Pokemon which I can actually like. That not because he has a Mega doesn't mean he has an alternate form. And in my list I say it's Meloetta. I mean, it's a Pokemon with an interesting gimmick of switching back and forth, and it goes with the move Relic Song in normal games. So maybe use Relic Song as a central move, and then switch back and forth between True Red and Aria. And even include different moves altogether, like in a normal moveset with Meloetta, you will
So
have...
basically the Zelda / Sheik of this game.
Exactly, yes, something like that. But if you want to switch to more range, go for Aria. If you want to go for more close combat, go for Pirouette. So
I think that could also work, a gimmick like that, for a Pokemon that I think is in your list, Pikmin, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
As well-
that was on my list. So,
Yeah.
that was on my list.
and
So
on one
we'll
of
get to
your
that.
lists too.
And on
Kevin,
my
that's
list as
why-
well. But now that you talk about it, I actually think it would be a really cool idea for Meloetta as well.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
that'll be a really neat
absolutely.
concept.
Yeah, that's a great
Absolutely.
concept. Yeah, I like that idea.
Because then you can just I thought even the imaging of Meloetta dancing while dodging attacks would be really, really interesting.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm up for 5. Okay, so my number 5, as you mentioned with Scizor, there aren't that many bug types. So I decided what bug types would I want to play as. Now, initially I thought Heracross, because that would be like a really cool, already popular bug type, which would be kind of interesting to be playable, considering its horn can be used as a grabbing move or as like a good attack move. But I decided against it because as much as Heracross is cool, I like Leavanny more. So
Oh yeah, I find it to be an interesting choice. Not to mention that Heracross kinda has short arms. I know that is not exactly a reason why not to put it in the game, but at the same time, I can see you having a hard time fighting with those short arms.
Yeah.
Leavanny, though,
Mm.
I do agree to it.
yeah,
I do agree.
I said Leavanny because Leavanny like has like her little leaf arms that makes sense as more use more slashing attacks. And this
Doesn't Leavanny
yeah, I would say it's also a reason why I'm
Doesn't-
not putting Kabutops there because of this reason. Because one, Leavanny's kind of a different idea. Because like you think Kabutops would be just slicing with his sickle arms and shooting water and stuff. Yeah, whatever. But you got Leavanny, who's also a bug type, which is not really represented at all. And plus,
Oh,
moves
it could use Bug Buzz to cause the attack to drop in the game.
yeah, you can use Bug Buzz.
It could use Leaf Blade to
use
set up.
Razor
Oh,
for some range.
snap.
Even String Shot. Like,
Even
I
String-
remember one
yeah,
thing
you
from
can
the...
String Shot as a trapping move, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember at least in the Innova anime, which by the way, I say shoutouts for it because it's a really good rebuff of the series. I mean, freaking Xeno. Anyways, and actually Leavanny used Ring Shot very creatively in that series overall. I don't know, I just like the idea of possibly using String Shot for maybe a long range attack or a stunning attack, something like that. It would be an interesting way to apply
I
String
think there's
Shot.
characters in other fighting games that can like use moves that can trap. Like I said, I think in Injustice there's Batgirl who has this one trapping move, and then there's this is one. Is there a Mortal Kombat character that does this? I forget. That's like a move that it's there just to trap someone and then get given to another attack later. I forget. But
Doesn't Weavile have something like that too?
Evile? I don't remember. I've only seen Weavile like once ever. So yeah, Leavanny. It's kind of a different kind of can use sort of bug representation. Could be used as a trapper. Could use a slasher. Has some range. All that other stuff. All right, Kyra, you're 4.
My number 4 would be Mew. Just because the idea of Mewtwo having its clone in the game, being able to shield itself with its little bubble while just using psychic attacks to kind
He was
of...
adorable with that bubble in the first movie.
Oh yeah, that move.
Oh, and also Pokemon Snap, but then
And Pokemon Snap, yeah.
Yeah.
He was adorable.
but I mean-
movie.
We need a Pokemon
Exactly,
Snap too,
sometimes-
by the way.
Oh, the Wii U worked perfectly for it. Like,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah,
I think it would be.
it would be cute and adorable as you fight Mew against Mewtwo, just like in the movie. I
Yeah,
think the
Too.
love that.
I hadn't thought about that.
That would actually be kind of cool.
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now, yeah, it'd be kind of cool. Also, it doesn't really help that. Also, really could have helped in Mew's case that it can fill in the really, really adorable quota for fighting games. I mean, for fighting games, you usually have this super adorable character that people just want to play because of the adorable one. Granted, Braixen's also kind of cute, but you can't top. But it's hard to top Mew in cuteness.
Because
Oh,
it can
yeah.
learn almost any move too. It pretty much you could give it anything to really.
Actually, believe it or not,
boost its attack.
believe it or not, I actually consider adding Zoroark to my list because like it can be because it could use the illusion to be
Transform.
like any other Pokemon, so it'd be like the Shang Tsung Pokken Tournament.
Well,
Plus,
yeah,
you
that
can
would-
get a Smash, and it upset a lot of people with Zoroark fucking in.
Yeah.
Well,
However,
the thing
yeah.
is, of a Thorac though, its main gimmick is to transform to the opponent as well, as
Yeah.
a bit of a trick. I don't know if
Yeah.
that gimmick would even work.
Yeah. Or probably put us up
Or
to data,
Pokken
or someone might
Tournament.
care.
Yeah, I mean, I actually was thinking about putting Zoroark in, but I thought there were better choices
Yeah.
for him. You know, even though the concept is pretty neat of like transforming, I mean, it's just.
Something
Go ahead,
pretty
Kevin.
cool.
You're number 4.
Oh yeah, my number 4. My number 4 is Hydreigon, because I don't think we have enough dragon types in the game yet, and I think Hydreigon. What?
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Salamence got confirmed.
Maybe before Salamence
Guardian
confirmed.
got confirmed. Dragonite is an assassin's confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, I think
Any more
Hydreigon.
dragons?
I think Hydreigon would be interesting, you know, because
It's a 5th gen Pokemon too, isn't it?
you know he's floating and he has the heads as as his fists, pretty much. I think
Yeah.
it would lead to some really cool gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just imagine his hands as he punches something. It's basically taking a bite out of his opponent.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
I guess it would
That
be
sounds,
like
that sounds
a
kind of
little-
cruel.
Well, that's what Hydreigon kind of is, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the point of Hydreigon. Okay, you done?
I think done. Yeah.
Okay, Andres, if you're still here, go number 4.
I don't know if he's still here.
Oh, great. He's not.
Maybe you go first.
Yeah, I guess I should go. No, okay, so I can go number 4. So my number 4, you said earlier about a Pokemon that could like switch forms.
Exactly.
So I put Aegislash. So
Oh, that would be a good choice.
yeah, I said the Aegislash because like it's a freaking giant sword. You can probably use it to lift its whole body around as a sword. So and it can-
That and when it switches its forms too, it could take less damage when it's in the shield form,
yeah.
and then deal more damage when it's.
But
Yeah.
thinking about it, that might be kind of overpowered, honestly.
Well, it's already overpowered. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah, part yeah. Then again, you can power these sort of weird mechanic in like if Aegislash is during an attack it gets more vulnerable. Maybe be like one of those characters that have really good offense, but his movement have like bad end lag or something.
yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
if he switches to shield form, he can't switch back to sword form in a for a while. You know,
Yeah.
so I think they can balance that.
It can also have a small window too, where the opponent has an opportunity to hit it while it's switching forms.
Yeah.
Exactly, and probably it won't do much damage if it's in shield form, and it takes a lot of damage when it's in sword form. So
Sword form.
I guess it balances out.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You're up.
My number 3 would be Heatran, because we don't have enough 3rd gen or legendaries in there.
Third gen?
Because-
Hold on.
4th gen. 4th gen.
Third gen?
Oh no, it's 4th gen. 4th gen. What am I talking about? No. Yeah, we don't have a lot of 4th gen, and Heatran's just again 4-legged monster. It fire could spew from its back at its opponents, like from far away.
Yeah.
Deal damage using body slam.
So it'd be
Up
more like
close.
yeah. So it's more like this big heavy, like no, but a big heavy range guy.
Big heavy tanky range
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a ranged tank, or an actual tank, a literal tank in that case.
Could be interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Would be interesting.
well, another dragon type, and well, basically this thing is only here because it's my favorite Pokemon, Salamence, and yeah, I don't know what to say. Salamence is amazing.
Yeah. Although I still find it difficult to figure out how he would fight. But I mean, it does have.
I know that's like the only problem. That's why he's not number one on my list, or else he would definitely be number one.
Yeah,
but
I mean, like it's huge, so like when it sort of starts flying, then it might cover a lot of the screen. So it'll probably be a huge target. And
when you mention Salamence, I'm imagining just the giant turtle from Super Mario RPG that just kind of like jumps on his stomach and then body slams it, kind of thing. That's the idea I get.
Yeah. And now I think about it, his Mega wouldn't really work either. I mean, how would he fight then? With his wings? I don't know.
We'll just spin around. We'll just spin around.
Yeah.
The giant croissant wings.
Or he'll throw croissants at the opponent.
My 3 is Cobalion. Since
Andres is back.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm in the middle of my number 3. My number 3 is Cobalion. Since again, not enough 5th gen Pokemon, and I just really love Cobalion. It's just I like Cobalion. It's like it's blue slender feel, and has like you can probably use his horn. That's like slashing moves. It have a lot of slashing moves. I don't know. It just feels like the kind of quadruped that I would think that would fit well in as like more of a close range character, or even a balanced kind of character, since it does learn move like Flash Cannon. So it could probably do well as some sort of like regal like quadruped, like Suicune, but less like more obvious. I don't know.
Doesn't it also learn Retaliate as well?
Yeah.
That's what both ways.
Yeah, see, that would look really cool on it as well.
Yeah.
Just being able to retaliate damage.
Yeah.
Also,
I guess.
shoutouts to the animation of Retaliate in Gen 6. It looks amazing.
It looks amazing.
Yes.
It does look amazing, yeah.
See, that's exactly the idea, just that samurai retaliation move, and knock its flying.
Yeah. So I did put Terrakion on my list, but honestly, I think either one of the 3 would be fine, in my opinion. I like both of them.
Yes.
Or all of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Keldeo. Even Keldeo can do well.
Keldeo would be cool
Then
as
again,
well,
like,
honestly.
But the only one I'm not putting Keldeo is because Suicune. Because we already have a 4-legged
Yeah, we don't need
We
another
have 4-legged water type,
we already have 4-legged water type. So I think Cobalion, since I just really love Cobalion. I just think it would fit well.
Okay, so I'm guessing I should say my number 4 and 3 in a row then?
Yes.
I also been thinking about it again. Maybe this could work as an assist as well, but I want Manaphy somewhere.
Ooh, Manaphy.
Now, Manaphy is my favorite legendary Pokemon. I'm going to say it out loud. I love this design. It's really cute. And something I've been thinking about, and remember Brawl? By any chance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, Manaphy is a Pokeball Pokemon.
Yeah.
And well, Manaphy's main gimmick is card swap. And what it did, when you actually threw the Pokeball, it swaps the user to someone else. However, if the user KOs himself, the point goes to the user. So, I want to see something like this working. Like, say, if you are using Manaphy using card swap, I can say a Gardevoir, you can actually, if you know how to use a Gardevoir, you can actually counter yourself and pretty much give you a big edge. Or potentially screw you over, but I find the idea of card swapping to be really cool, either using it or an assist or a rare assist or something like that. I don't know, it would work very well. I would see it working.
I guess. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I got no real opinion about it, because as a fighter, I can't really think of Manaphy. Doesn't help that the Manaphy movie is kind of not helpful in the case of Manaphy. I think.
Except, excuse me? Dude,
I've watched
that Manaphy at the end of the movie was freaking riding a Kyogre.
Yeah, but that's
Kyogre.
Kyogre. Yeah, but that's
Freaking God
Kyogre.
of Ubers and stuff like that before.
Yeah.
I think what he
Andress.
means more is that Menifee didn't really do much in that whole.
I think Shaman did
movie.
better in that. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I never watched Shaman. I didn't watch most of the Shaman movie. I don't know, but I did watch all the Manaphy movie. And that Manaphy is just annoying in it.
I found strange. You were talking about shared Pokemon spots in our list. I found interesting that nobody actually talked about Swampert with the three of you.
Actually,
I actually did. It was in my number 9.
Yeah, he's like,
Oh,
I actually
sure.
I actually avoided Swampert, believe it or not. I avoided Swampert.
I did as well. Yeah.
Andres, you know very well how much I don't really care about most of the Hoenn starters, so
Oh,
you
right.
kind of understand why I'm not putting Swampert in.
I think the
Oh,
reason why
I-
I want him is probably the same reason as you, Andres. So yeah, just.
I guess also first, I feel like his Mega Evolution make me reappreciate Swampert. I really like it. Its design doesn't agree with me. I prefer his regular form better, at least in design-wise, but I feel like it worked.
Yeah,
Not to mention for the sake of completing the Hoenn trio. I mean, you already have confirmed Sceptile and Blaziken.
Exactly.
Complete the trio.
I mean, like if it was Blaziken by himself, yeah, I guess that makes sense because like it would be very similar to X and Y where Blaziken got a Mega before the other two, but then Sceptile got revealed,
Yes.
and then immediately after Sceptile got revealed, people are like, "Well, where's Swampert?" I mean, if you're gonna have two, why not have the third?
Exactly. I just think it's a bit unfair, for if you're gonna have Sceptile and you have Blaziken, but you're not gonna have Swampert. This is kind of like
Yeah,
it just
Make it happen.
doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
like, if you're considering there are Swampert fans, I'm not one of them, but there are Swampert fans.
I
My brother's a Swampert fan,
I am.
so yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry guys for saying this, but I just want to say my number 2 like now. Can I call dibs on the first one, please?
I was gonna put it to Kyrie, but go ahead, fine.
Okay, my number 2 is the most ridiculous request I could ever ask for Pokken.
Okay,
Considering-
now I'm interested.
I mean, it's a ridiculous choice. It
Okay.
is completely absurd, but I want this to happen. I will even main this character. Well, we already have Lucario. Where's Riolu? I want it.
Wow.
Because that thing is freaking adorable. I wanted someone in Pokken as a playable character, even as a background element. I want Riolu.
Isn't Riolu already a background element? Let me check. Go with continue.
I don't. Okay, but seriously, Riolu has so much potential going too. Like you could always use back and way for distance. You have a considerable amount of fighting moves at your disposal, even steel moves. I don't know. I just could picture the whole Riolu
Wait.
working in.
Hold on, Riolu. First of all, Riolu is not a steel type, so I don't think he learns that many steel types either. Steel type.
No,
moves.
he's
So yeah,
I do remember.
it seems like Lucario
I
is
do
a
remember-
background Pokemon somewhere. And
I do remember if she learns Iron Tail in Bullet Punch, but that's about everything.
Bullet Punch, yes. Iron Tail is a tutor move.
Yeah, but I
That's
mean, Pikachu can learn Iron Tail too, and
Yeah.
so.
And also,
I think Bullet Punch.
some
is
people
only-
might say, why would you put Riolu where Lucario is already confirmed? Not to mention that it's just a pre-evolved Pokemon. Well, Braxton can actually throw that out of the window. And in terms of all the variants or evolution lines, Pikachu Libre, enough said.
Fair enough.
I know it's a mascot of the series, but come on.
It could probably be like Toon Link, because like Link is pretty balanced. He has like, a lot of Link has a lot of like close range moves, his sword, and his long range moves, his items. I guess Madden Riolu could be more of a Toon Link kind of thing, where it's faster but weaker kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I like it. I like the idea. I really like the idea. I just want Riolu, just because it's the most ridiculous request I could even think of.
It's a bit too ridiculous, honestly. Like, I mean,
Hey,
I don't know,
it's better than freaking Maractus.
well, actually, Maractus would be better.
True. I had to mention Maractus.
I'm
I
serious.
love that Pokemon.
Maractus would be better. Even Caterpie would. No, actually, that's too far. No.
How about Carborder?
No, not Caterpie. It has to be the legendary Weedle before Caterpie.
Weedle for Pokken Tournament. There.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
I have a hard choice between my number 1 and number 2 here, because I really think both of them deserve a spot. And so I'll say my number 2 as Heracross, because one, we don't have enough second gen love in there, and second of all, you can just really see them fighting. Like, it's a fighting
Second of all.
fight.
Well,
So
the thing is, I mentioned before that Shore is a fighting type, but I think the short arms might be a little bit of a detriment.
Well,
Then
that's
again,
not
he
It
has
doesn't have that
horns.
short arms, though.
Yeah, it's not
No,
that short.
and
Sure.
I'd imagine it using it. It's the
And I
thing.
don't. Suicune doesn't use his arms either, so.
Near Chandelure.
Okay,
Or
that's
Speed.
Like
So.
its head. Yeah, its head
yeah,
shovel
it-
thing.
Yeah, it has giant horns, so.
I think it could definitely
it's
work.
not-
And plus,
thank
and plus
you.
it can sort of fly, so.
Oh yeah.
Plus,
Yeah,
it can lift its
careful.
opponents up and knock them over with that horn. If it
I
digs
guess
low
you
enough.
just like I guess you want this a little bit like Machamp, I guess, because he goes on
Oh.
throws.
Sort of, but Machamp's more like a standard grappler, whereas more of a standard ground-based grappler, where Heracross could be more like what Charizard wanted to be, use Seismic Toss everywhere.
And body slam probably.
Yeah, and Body Slam.
So since we're talking about Heracross, I want to kind of talk about Pinsir, because I mean I was gonna originally
Oh,
put him
yeah.
in my list, but once again it's first gen, so I didn't really want to put him in there.
Oh yeah.
But I
can see
think
it
he would be
work.
really cool as well, you know, with a Mega Evolution, and you could fly then. So
Yeah, I couldn't imagine even Pinsir working just because that it's a
Not
stack
even-
video. So
Not
I
even
know.
that,
I
because
just think
the
it works.
horns can squeeze its opponents to death and throw it around. And,
Cut them in
yeah,
half with
snap it in
guillotine.
half.
yeah,
And plus, like Heracross, due to his Mega Evolution, can learn a lot of multi-hit ranged moves too. So
Arm cross, which kind of sucks, and then everything else, which is Void Seed, Rock Blast. You have so many choices there.
yeah.
okay. So my number 2 is definitely Excadrill. I don't know. I just think he's gonna be really cool. You know, with
Yeah.
the whole thrill run as well. I think that could be a really cool move.
Yeah.
In it, and you know, I think Excadrill is also pretty popular because I don't know, he was super good in 5th gen with the whole Sandstorm thing. So
Oh yeah. It's so good, but the thing is,
And-
Sandstorm's not limited to 8 turns at the very most.
yeah, and like I said it before, we don't have enough 5th geners, so
Yeah,
I think
we don't.
Excadrill would make a really good choice.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree definitely because it could be pretty fast too. Doesn't it have good speed stat? With the
It's
I
pretty
think
good.
Base
It's-
8,
yeah, it could be like a decently quick character with
Yeah.
again its drill run. It actually be a pretty good idea. I mean, I'm right thinking about it. It could probably be like you could probably use that move various ways. You could probably use it as a dive bombing move. You could probably just go straight up M Bison style. You could probably
Maybe
Yeah, and I imagine
dig
it
and
digging
come you
Yeah,
know
exactly.
outside.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think we have, I
Ground
don't think we
come
have a
up
digging
with-
Pokemon yet.
No.
No, unless Garchomp does that.
Unless
but I don't
Garchomp, yeah, unless Garchomp does that, we don't have a digging Pokemon, so
Yeah.
it could work very well.
and you know,
Okay, I guess my
it
turn.
also doesn't.
Okay.
Okay, doesn't Dragon Rush work a little bit like dive bombing? But I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, so I'm up. So I'm at a first gen Pokemon here, so get ready for that. But this is so for those who have known about my favorite Pokemon list, I yet to include any of my favorite Pokemon on my list. Well, aside from Glade,
Oh,
but
dear.
that's a kind of more overall thing. And I thought long and hard about which Pokemon that aren't already in the game or that aren't already in the overlapping section that are in there. So I say screw it. I'm going to go with what I like most, and what I like most is Nidoking.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's more similar to Tyranitar in a way, in that it can be this huge monster-like Pokemon with this huge tail. You could probably use its tail for some moves. You could probably use a lot of these various long-range moves like Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Head Smash. You can learn like a Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. That's actually a really good choice.
Yeah, Nidoking's actually very, very balanced. It can learn all sorts of different kinds of moves. And the fact that it's just a huge monster, huge purple monster. Sorry, but I think it's the purple part.
It could be like this really aggressive type. So.
Oh, great.
Well, Pikmin would be a shiny form, which is blue.
I guess it was something like Bowser. Okay. Someone rush down also does a lot of damage. I guess something like that.
Except you're talking about a completely different game now.
No, but it's for comparison if you want to say it.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
So my number one, again, was a hard choice with Heracross. I didn't include my favorite Pokemon, which is Espeon. I didn't include my favorite legendary, which is Latios. And my number one choice would be Beedrill.
Ooh!
I could see it flying into battle and striking foes with its giant stingers, maybe causing some paralyzation to slow their opponents down. And then plus it also has Mega Evolution. Like, you can't go wrong with Beedrill.
True.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
I would have definitely chosen Beedrill as well if we didn't already have that many first gens.
Fly,
Yeah.
I guess it's fly like a water freeze thing like a Beedrill.
Yeah.
And I think Beedrill can also learn Drill Run, so he can
he
also
does. I
use
really
that
does.
in some way. So.
That's my number one choice, and I'd be happy to see Beedrill in it.
I'll be happy to see him, but it's not a first gen, so I don't think the other generations get enough love, so.
Interesting that the first two choices were bug types.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own opinions. I just see them as very good fighters, and I can imagine their attacks in my mind. That's why I chose them.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned quite a few times there aren't any bug types playable, so.
Yeah.
Nope.
Something is every type represented at least once.
Yeah. Alright, my final one is another 5th gen. Yeah, surprise. It's definitely an odd one, I think, because it doesn't really have hands and stuff to fight with, but it does, yeah, but
It has hands.
yeah, true, but I was more talking about the other form. The Pokemon is Landorus, and I think, just like Andres has with Meloetta, if Landorus switches forms, I think that would be crazy good. It just would be really nice. You could switch into a flying, and then he can go like, I don't know, in a more tiger form and just use something different. It'd be kind of cool. I would be,
like Samus and Sursu in back in Brawl that. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Okay, that could work like swapping back and forth. Like you could select who you want to start, or you can actually switch back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
Yep. So it's my first.
All right, Andres.
My choice. Okay, I mentioned earlier that my number one will be in case something doesn't show up. Like, of course, a lot of people want Halucha, and I agree completely. There's another flying type, though, that I would love that to work. Like, it would be perfect if Halucha doesn't show up. And that to me is the Raptor. I mean, come on.
I actually wanted to put Staraptor in my list, too.
Yeah, me too, but then I thought of Halucha, and I wanted to put Halucha in, because we don't have enough 6th gen Pokemon.
No, as I said before, Halucha, I say is a primordial choice, but just for the sake of making a really close segment, a really good substitute for Halucha, if he doesn't appear, Staraptor will be amazing. I mean, close combat, the strongest braver, screw you. It has all
Got swing attack.
healing, quick attack,
Yep.
pursuit, U-turn. Like, it has so many interesting choices.
Exactly.
It would work perfectly. Now I think about it, why isn't Staraptor a flying fighting type? I mean, come on, the first move it learns when it evolves is close combat. I mean, come on.
True, but it's Game Freak, you know, what else can we say? They make
Right.
good decisions.
Or it could be video game logic and say, screw it. It learns a fighting move when it evolves. It's not a fighting type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's
So
kinda weird.
yeah, the things like I remember seeing.
But then again, like, I mean, Braviary can lose superpower and stuff, so it's not that weird, honestly.
But the thing is, superpower is more of a contact move, like it does it one powerful hit. While close combat is just like hit it with your talons and wings.
Yeah,
which is the way that
I
Raptor is so doing that.
I remember seeing the anime where we're starting to come to these close combat, it just wails in on the opponent, just like talon, wing, and then just like it just looks like a really fun move to watch.
Yeah.
But I know Machamp has close combat. Where there's like I know Machamp has like moves that does like multiple hits. But Staraptor could be one who looks more flashier because it's a freaking bird.
Yeah, and uses talents and not his fists, and it flies.
Yeah, I mean, also as much as I want to put America Bird in there, but I think Staraptor will probably be a lot more, I guess Fitting's more of a speedy one, so like Braviary just like be this big, this big guy who's just probably a lot more stronger, but I don't know.
But it can't take a lot of hits, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm actually very surprised that why did I not put Braviary in my list, because it is a 5th gen Pokemon and it's my second favorite Pokemon of all time, so...
Okay.
And
as I said
I
before,
can't believe I didn't think about that.
I'm going to say it again. This is in case Halucha doesn't show up. If Halucha shows up, I'm as happy as it is Staraptor. But if Halucha doesn't show up and they want to use something else, Staraptor will be fantastic.
Yeah.
Or Gary.
Or Braviary.
Okay, I'm done, Pikmin. Go ahead.
Okay,
finish it off.
Okay,
Yes.
so my number one is like I was gonna put Tyranitar in this list, however, everyone else wants Tyranitar in. So my number one choice is kind of interesting idea, but and that idea only come up because Braixen's it's a fighter. So I decided, you know what other middle stage evolutions can I get? You know
I know where you're going.
Okay, so I wanted to put Ivysaur on the list because my third favorite Pokemon. However, I don't know. I don't think so. But immediately after I thought of Tyranitar, I thought of a Pokemon that would work well. And given my love for swords, I decided to put Duat. Now, you're thinking, why Duat, not Samurott? Well, my reason for Duat is that Samurott probably kind of like strange with in how it would move with his shell swords. However, I went for Duat because of my continued notion that Duat is freaking Darth Watt. It could probably be like it could use its Scout Chops as double lightsabers.
Hold on, wasn't it? I thought you were mentioning it was thought like a mini Yoda.
Yeah, like a mini Yoda, because like Duat isn't that tall, so can already use a lot of jumping moves, jumping moves and attacks with the Scout Chops, and use like its various sword-like moves. Of course, like Gallade exists, but Gallade exists, and Farfetch'd is already an assist. Marowak, I don't know, I don't like Marowak that much, but and yeah, I do like Duat. I think we like Duat among it and its other evolution line. It's just it would fit well as this short, fast, more agile, double sword wielding otter thing. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I have to say, because I originally wasn't a huge fan of like middle stage evolutions, but D-Wad actually might be one of the few exceptions because I do really like D-Wad as well, and I think his skull chops could really work in a as a moveset and whatnot. So
Maybe
Yeah, I agree. Like Meta Evolutions.
yeah, it could probably be a move. I'm just thinking of a move. It could just just throw its Skull Chop boomerang style like freaking Sora does. So,
Absolutely, and I mean, Duat looks adorable. Like
Exactly.
it's Alpha Oshawott, everyone's favorite. Plus, it could also use the Scowl Chops to even deflect some of the attacks that the fire.
Yeah, definitely. Like we have seen also what deflecting a solar beam.
Yeah, I mean, if Oshawott can deflect the freaking solar beam, why not do with his double Skull Chops?
Yeah.
And the thing is about Meta Evolutions, and I'm going to say, I'm just speaking for myself, I just feel like they're very forgettable. Because you always remember the first evolution because it's the first thing you get, and the final because that's the objective, but middle is just... why bother?
They're underused.
And I think it's Croconaw, because it evolves super early. But that doesn't, what's a Pokemon that evolves, evolves from its first stage, super late and then evolves super early? I think it's...
That is definitely Totodile.
Yeah, it's Totodile, yeah. Because it's only Croconaw, it's only Croconaw, because, Croconaw looks cool, just that you don't use it, you don't see it that much since it evolves too late, but it evolves too early. So... Yeah. So, Duat, though, it's a pretty good balance between it's a really cool looking Pokemon on its own, and if you really think about it, it could probably hold its own in the fight.
Absolutely.
Sure, yeah.
I think it could work better than Samurai Hidden Oshawott.
Yeah.
So... Yeah,
what if Oshawott gets confirmed?
I would be fine with it.
I would be too.
Yeah, as long as
it
feels objective.
I think I would prefer Snivy, honestly, because I like Snivy over Oshawott.
Snivy's already
also,
assist,
let me try to say...
Oh, is he? Oh, I didn't know.
Okay, let me try to say this. As long as it isn't as Ash's Oshawott, I'm fine with anything.
Or maybe it'll just be Oshawott, so it'll be a little bit of a different Pokemon on the game. Oshawott confirmed.
Oh, speaking of Ash, as long as freaking Greninja doesn't get confirmed and it transfers into that stupid Ash look variant.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah. I mean, Greninja was in my top 10 because I do really like Greninja, but if it's gonna be that Greninja, no thanks. No, just have to smash Greninja. That's a good Greninja.
Also, let me try to say this because I have to say this. Okay, we have Ash's Greninja that is really bad. We have Ash's Oshawott that is really bad, but nothing beats Dawn's Piplup. And
I love Dawn's Piplup. It's okay.
I actually don't mind the Oshawott from
I love Dawn's Piplup.
the anime. I think it's very funny, very cool.
I love Dawn's Piplup,
hilarious.
especially having to make posters for the Zoroark movie. It just. With the Zoroark movie, it's just hilarious. I can remember the time I had to watch the Zoroark movie for posters, and then I noticed that when Zoro, who's disguised as Dawn, but kept his tail, bends down right in front of freaking Piplup, and Piplup just breaks that weird. I can't believe I just saw a panty shot up close.
Okay,
I don't remember that. Okay.
Okay, something funny about those two though, they ended up getting the same crush from Meloetta. That was a mess.
Okay, yeah, that was hilarious. But yeah, Duat's awesome. Duat would be awesome. Okay, so that is all for our list. So, yeah, thanks guys for coming in. You know, Dicey came in a bit late, but it's cool.
No problem.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Welcome.
if you haven't done so, go subscribe to Andreas and Kevin's channel. Kyrie doesn't have her own. That doesn't do anything anymore on our YouTube channel, so whatever. So anyway, that is all for us. See you guys later in the next Toss episode. Bye!
Take care.
Bye-bye.